how do they determine that in the book? Does Harry Potter whip out the calipers and start measuring skulls?
No, you want to hear a story though? Okay, so obviously, I love Harry Potter. That obviously J.K. Rowling's devil. It's unfortunate that Harry Potter was written by no one. Anyway, I love Harry Potter. So when
very overrated, honestly, I think it's very overrated. But continue.
You took the wind out of the sails.
Whoa, no, it's just so
very
I will say I'm completely neutral. I've never read a single book or watched a single movie. I have no idea.
I
really?
You know what's crazy?
I have no idea.
You said that, and tears came to my eyes. Like,
it's very overrated.
What? Overrated? You read the books and you feel that way?
I read the first book.
Okay, you know what? Don't talk. I don't want to hear nothing. You read the first book and it's overrated anyway. You have to read all of them to appreciate. You know. I can't even gas the writing no more because she got to be out here being a transphobic bigot. Oh, God damn it! Anyway,
I'm gonna share a video with you, and it's gonna ruin your world. I'm so sorry, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna send you Sean's video, and it's gonna change all.
Oh, Sean's video is good.
Video is so good.
On Harry Potter or on J.K. Rowling?
The books. On the books.
It's just not that. Yeah. It's. I don't get the hype over it. It's like it's okay. It's nothing special. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's nothing crazy.
What you mean it's not groundbreaking? What you mean?
I mean it doesn't deserve all the adulation that it receives. It's just not that great. Who's your favorite character? Is it Cho Chang?
That's a character's name. Jesus Christ!
Guess what her nationality is. By the way,
yeah, that's not even the worst one. No. It gets much worse. It gets much worse.
I hate each and every one of you.
Did you like the Jewish goblins running the bank?
You are not going to ruin this for me by pointing out
he hasn't even mentioned the fact that there is a race of people known as slaves in the book, and their freedom. Only one character talks about actually freeing them. That's Hermione, and Hermione is mocked ruthlessly by the other characters for it. And at which point, eventually, that whole plot line is let go. They like the house elves, that entire thing, they let it go. She's like, we should probably not do this and have slaves. And then every other character is like, they actually prefer it because
they like being enslaved.
They like being slaves. That same logic. Yes. Yes.
I let y'all have things.
You could enjoy Harry Potter.
I'm a racist investigator. I will suck joy from every motherfucking thing right now. I will never let y'all rest.
We all have problematic
Eaters, right? That's fine.
Right
That's the name of the Death Eaters, I think.
I will say, I think this is my opinion. I'm not sure how the rest of you feel. I think it's ridiculous to criticize people over liking art that may have been created by some shitty person or some bad. I just think it's that's not going to solve any problem. Like, if you don't like something, like for example, the new Harry Potter game coming out, if you don't want to buy it because J.K. Rowling's a transphobe, then that's fine, don't buy it. But I don't think it makes sense to ridicule other people who want to play the game just because they want to play the game. Like it's that's my opinion.
Well, I agree. It might not make sense, but it's hella fun.
It's not welcome. If you want to build a movement, we can't be gatekeeping.
Yeah. Well, like for me, like I
want no Harry Potter fans in my left.
I cannot separate the art from the author, so I can't play Hogwarts Legacy. But I will say my history with Harry Potter is very interesting. So when I was growing up, when Harry Potter came out, my family was very evangelical, and so that was like the most satanic thing to ever be created, essentially, like in my family's mind. So it was taboo. And finally, when I was an adult, I watched all of the Harry Potter movies. Didn't read the books. They were okay, not bad. Not too shabby. But yeah, I can no longer separate the art from the artist. But if you like it, I don't think that makes you a bad person. I think it makes you a more peaceful person if you can do that. Because for me, like, there's so much more art that I would enjoy if I could separate the art from the artist. Although it kind of depends on like what their alleged crime was, right? But I guess it varies.
Well, what do you mean, Mike?
In the case
are
of the
you
game,
trying to say, Mike? Are you trying to carve out something there, Mike, so someone can enjoy Adolf Hitler's paintings without separating the art from the artist?
Because y'all clearly not gonna let me have nice things. So let me just address all substantive points made. I think there's a difference between supporting the art if the artist is still making that money and how they use that money. Like in the case of R. Kelly, when R. Kelly was out and the supporting of R. Kelly's career is using that money to run a whole conglomerate of foolishness of trapping and torturing women and things like that. So I felt like in the case of R. Kelly, contributing to his making money and his doing well was literally contributing to the direct harm of people. So I feel like, that's a distinction. In the case of, I don't play nobody's video game. So, I love, Harry Potter independent of JK from before. But I mean, to my knowledge, I've heard she isn't a part of this video game thing.
She's not, which also makes it interesting because like she didn't make the game herself, right? Like it's her property, and I'm sure she's making money off of it.
She would get licensing fees and like royalties.
Yeah, I'm sure there's licensing, of course. Yeah, but she's not in there like programming the game, like or making the.
I don't. Yeah.
Programming the game.
She's too busy on Twitter.
She does not know how to code. No,
she does not know how to code. No.
Yeah, but to Harry Potter, Mike, similarly with the Christian issue. So the Bahamas is constitutionally Christian. So we have a thing called the Christian Council that needs to be disbanded. It's everything ruining our country. Anyway, the Christian Council movies have to be approved by the Christian Council, and the Christian Council was really against Harry Potter at first, and it was a lot to get it there. But you'll see how my family was grooming me to be a lawyer my whole life. I used to have to like present arguments, like make presentations to get something, to be able to watch something or do something. So I made a whole presentation to my Grammy about how Harry Potter is just the battle of good and evil, and that's the same shit as everything else. You got me watching all these other fairy tales and happily ever afters. I was like, ain't there witches in that? Ain't there this? Blah 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 blah. Seems like, well, my grandma's like, points were made. So I got to watch Harry Potter. I think I am a person. I like the Harry Potter books. I think the Harry Potter books are greater than the movies. I'm not like it's not the movies that I'm in love with, but I think the books were fantastic, and I don't care what nobody says. Yes, I know I know of all every problematic, bigoted thing that's in there. All that's true. I have no defense. Send her to jail. And then for my original story, I was gonna tell, because we were talking about spoilers. So when Harry Potter, the last book came out, I was in Belgium. I was in Europe, and I was in Belgium, and it was like a holiday, and so like every bookstore was closed but one. And I remember I like racing. Did I push a child to get the book? Not that I'm saying that I pushed a child, but I would just say it's important to caution that I too was young myself. I was only about 13. Like, so yeah, I may have pushed a child to get the book because it was a frenzy in this one bookstore to get the book. So I get it, and then I go to the airport and I'm reading my book, and someone just walks up to me. This is like the day after the book comes out. Someone walks up to me and like, Snape dies. they're like, yeah, literally.
That's wrong.
In the airport, I'm like, you evil son of a bitch. Like that right there. I looked in the face.
Terrible.
Yeah, the day after, but like book in my hand,
that's just evil right there. That's so mean.
That's sociopathic behavior. Like, why would you fucking do that to somebody?
Yeah,
especially a child. That's like weird. You go to a child, be like, here's how this book ends.
Like, dickhead. Someone asked what's my favorite Harry Potter movie and book. I think my favorite book is probably Half-Blood Prince. I feel like that's not a popular, but I like Half-Blood Prince. I like the whole idea of Snape's book with all his I like that coming back to play. It's just Snape just being powerful across generations. I love it. Look at that. He wrote some shit.
Half-Blood Prince. Is that the name of the book? Sounds
Binder?
very
race
science. Half-Blood. Okay.
The series is sexy.
Binder, I will read this part of Times Square and you can come.
There's some quantum.
Did Douglas Murray help her with that book?
Went on Sam Harris's podcast.
Hold on, wait, before I let us move on, because someone said it earlier, because someone said in the chat, they said, I'm giving real Hufflepuff energy and I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I identify as a Gryffindor sun and a Slytherin moon. So what about the rest of you? I'm assuming Lance is a Gryffindor too. What are you?
I can't remember. I remember taking one of those online things. I wasn't Snape. I don't think I was the cool one. What's the cool one again?
I can't believe these are the people.
Isn't Hufflepuff like the one that Harry Potter's in? That's what everybody wants.
No.
Hufflepuff is the one that Harry Potter's in?
No.
We're gonna. Well, I mean, it's socially acceptable not to know this anymore. Actually, it's better to not know that. Now people are gonna be like, "Yes, Mike's an ally. That's good."
I don't know what any of these words mean.
Harry Potter is in
What's a
Gryffindor.
Hufflepuff? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, Gryffindor. Oh, fuck. I would not have gotten that.
Hufflepuff's the nerdy one. That's what Ron Weasley's in, and then Harry Potter is in. There we go. I only read the third book. This
is the most contentious episode yet.
This is powerful. I'm like, wow, I'm blown away.
What am I? I don't know these things. Tell
you
me
would
what
be
I am.
Gryffindor.
Harry
Potter.
Yeah.
I don't know the difference, but it just on my heart. I feel like David is
Ravenclaw.
I think David's Ravenclaw.
What? Oh, because
Ravenclaw traits.
I think David's Ravenclaw. I think
values intelligence, learning, wisdom, and wit. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think Mike is Gryffindor with a Gryffindor sun with a Hufflepuff moon. That's what I'm giving Mike.
Wait, what am I again?
You know more than everyone else. You should give all of us something.
Yes. Oh, I'm gonna tell you what y'all are. I'm giving David Ravenclaw. I'm giving Mike Gryffindor sun Hufflepuff moon. Okay. I'm giving Bender. I feel like Bender is I don't know Bender. I'm gonna give Bender a Slytherin sun and a Ravenclaw moon. And I'm going to give Lance is probably a Gryffindor sun and a Slytherin moon like me. That's what I'm going.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I think that's right. Y'all assess that. The real people who know assess that in the comments. But I think
how do they determine that in the book? Does Harry Potter whip out the calipers and start measuring skulls?
There's an hat sorting.
Is there really? Wait, no, I'm joking. Is there magical calipers?
There's a magical hat that goes on their heads.
Oh my god! You gotta be kidding me! I forgot about that. This book is all about race science. Oh my god!
I feel like I've read Harry Potter now. I feel like I know everything I need to know.
I never considered the fact that the hat was not using magic and was instead measuring skulls. That is, I can't ever look at Harry Potter the same. It's worse than I thought.
I fucking hate it here. I hate it here so much.
So let me get this straight: Half-Blood Prince, a skull measuring magic cap, the Goblin Jews running the bank. And the author just happens to be a raging transphobe.
God damn it! Like, I know, shit. Yes, the bitch is a bigot. We know. There's a lot of shit in there. You ain't even really get to the real stuff, like what she was naming the black characters. Let's not get into that.
Wait, what? What is she naming the? I gotta know this now. What is the names of the black characters?
She also hates fat people. You can throw that one in there. All the
right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Super fat phobic. It's a thing. It's a massive thing. A common
she named the black character Kingsley Shacklebolt.
That's
what?
Yep.
She's the bitch is a bigot, right? Like, yeah.
Was this stuff obvious at the time, or not till she became a transphobe? Did people start like looking at her history? Like how recent did people start realizing?
You were kids. It's hard to
kids know, but society, like apart from I remember like back when it first came out, it was like stories about witchcraft and shit. That was garbage. But like, when did the actual assessment or like reassessment of Harry Potter start? Was it when she became a transphobe or before that?
After
anyone know?
Okay, so some of the things that we've mentioned already, specifically the anti-Semitism present in the movies, that was already talked about a little bit or explored, not to the extent that everything.
Because it was like so obvious, right?
Has anyone ever pointed out what I just uncovered, or is this something too with the magic?
Nobody has pointed that out.
Breaking news.
I just uncovered something here. Are we gonna find some weird
magic hat? The sorting hat is what it was called. But David, answer your question. I don't know if you know this, but she uses a pseudonym called Robert Galbraith or something like that, which is also the same name of an individual who used to do a whole bunch of, I think, really bad experiments and was very anti-trans back in the day. She has so Stephen King uses a pen name and then releases books, and he did this to show that will people still like my writing if they read me but don't know it's me. And it turns out, yes, they do. They still buy his books because they're still like, it's good. She's the opposite. No one bought her other books, so they had to reveal that was secretly her. So
they would
start
sell.
Picking up sales. Yes.
Wow.
And now it's just out there as the pen name.
That's hilarious.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Did you? I don't know. This is a little bit like
just googling J.K. Rowling race science like a normal person.